This is Jan Johnston from CSIfoodpro. I'm going to show you how to set up your booth quickly and easily. First of all, we'd like to remind you that you have two other documents to help you get your booth started. The Booth Designer Getting Started Guide and the Booth Setup Planner. Both of these are instrumental in getting you organized to set up your booth quickly and easily. So let's take a look at where you would start in the environment at CSIfoodpro EXPO. Once you get your username and password to log into the environment, you may come into an area that doesn't look exactly like this. What you need to do right away is you'll see this navigation bar here. Click on Location, and that will take you to the booth setup area. If your booth doesn't pop up immediately, use this toggle window here to search for your booth. Once you're in your booth, you will need to set up your colors and the name of your booth. Click the Edit Setup button, and here's where you enter the name of your booth, the description, and your colors right here. Either choose your colors from either one of these palettes or enter a hex number or RGB numbers. Once you click OK, the color will be applied. Same here for your secondary color. Here is where you add your logo for the exhibit hall, and once you have that logo added, it will be placed right in here. You can see it right in this window. As soon as you've done those things, you can click Save, and everything will be applied. If you ever need to change any of these things, you go back to Edit Setup and go in and change your colors or change your logo, things like that. Let's add images and text to our booth. As you can see, I'm pretty much set up here in my booth, but I'll demonstrate this for you. It's very easy. Click on the Add Image button, go to File, Browse, and a window will pop up with your images on your hard drive. Go ahead and select the one you want to enter and click to enter it. And you can resize it and place it into the spot you want it to be. It's as simple as that. And there's your image. Now if you want to add text, it's pretty much the same thing. Click on the text button, enter your text, and there you go. I will show you later how to style this text, but for now, this is good enough. Go ahead and click Save, and that's how you add text and images. Let's move on to how to style your text. What you need to do is open this window here that says Styles. Here's the font, the size, the color. Here is how it's aligned in the box. You can make it bold or not bold. This is the background color. It's a solid white. There's a border around it. You can change that to no border. Also, the background when you roll over is a purple. In my booth, I don't have any rollover color, so I'm just going to delete that purple. And there you go. Click Save, and you're ready to go. How are you going to keep people in your booth? You have to have actions and content added to your booth that creates interaction. Let me show you how to add some content. First of all, you click the action type, and we'll go over actions in more detail later. And you toggle down to Content. Another toggle window opens up called Action, where you select your action. Because this makes the most sense to have a list of my content or a list of my sales sheets, even if I have a list of recipes, I'm going to use Content List. Then I'm going to choose the content that I want to have in there. And I'm going to give my window that's going to pop up a title. Click Submit, and then click Save. Now let's see how this works. We're going to click Preview, and it will come back to you. But when you click on that, here's all my documents right here. You can click on each individual one, and your attendees can add this to their briefcase, or they can view it as a PDF. Now that I've talked about adding content to your booth, let's look at where that content comes from. If you click on this content area of the main navigation bar, it'll take you to a place where you can enter your content. You can enter documents or slides, external webcasts, On24 webcasts, or some featured content. What we're going to do is test document and slide. And down here you click Add Content. A window pops open, and because these were PDFs, I used document. I wanted to upload it off my hard drive. I gave it a title and a summary. You can give it an author if you want. For category, I chose document. For track, I chose sales sheet. And for keyword, I chose yogurt. It's not included in the resource center, so I did not select that. And then after that, you just click save and it'll populate in there. Then you can go back to your location and these will become active in your content list. You can configure it here and see where I've added those things. And that's it with adding different types of content. Let's look at actions. Actions are what you apply to text and to images. We have already built in actions for you in these navigation buttons here. You can find those actions in the action type window. You can change those actions if you want to. We have prepared a document for you that has a listing of the types of actions that are in our booths. If you go through this list, you'll have a really good idea of what the actions are that you can apply. But I would suggest taking the time to just explore for yourself what these actions do and which ones will best meet what you're trying to do in your booth. When you have an action, such as a giveaway, where do we find or set up a giveaway? What you need to do is go to Additional Features, and right in there is a giveaway. You can add a giveaway. I already have one added. Let's take a quick look at it. It's a daily Starbucks card. I have a description of it. I've added or uploaded a picture. I've given it a link to my survey, which is really cool to get people to fill out your surveys. And it's associated with my booth. I click Save, but since I've already done that, let's just go back to our booth and see where this shows up. There's my daily Starbucks card. This is the title of it. I'll submit it. We're going to save, and let's preview. Okay, let's check it out. And there it is. There's my image. Here's my description, the title, the rules, and your attendees can put it in their briefcase, and it's up to you to fulfill that order. Where do we get our survey content from? Again, that's an action type, and here it is right here. You do the same thing as you'll do with the giveaway. Surveys are right here. Of course, I already have one set up. You can add another survey. I think you can add as many as you want. Let's take a look at this survey. It's very easy. You give it a title, additional details. You can change these buttons around, but I would keep them just the same. And you can ask a question. Now, if you want to add another question to it, you just add an element. You click Save, which I've already done. Let's go back to our location. Let's click on Survey. Look at the action type. Make sure we've added that. Yep, there it is. Everything's good. Submit. Save. And let's take a look. Here's our survey, and there you go. Title's in there and your question. The attendee will give the answer here and then submit it, and you're done. Let's look at the survey form. This is a great tool to help you capture contact information. You can use it to generate leads as a Contact Us email form, record registrants for your promotion, and conduct surveys. So let's take a look. Here we are in the Additional Features section of the EXPO. Let's add a survey. I'm going to leave the Submit and the Cancel button in there, but I want to add an element. It's going to be a free response. You can check out how these other responses work, but I'm going to use free response. And the response isn't required. Next response will be also a free response, and this is where you're starting to collect the information you need. And each time I toggle down to free response, I add my question, and I want this to be required because I'm starting to gather information, and this is the most important bit of information. Now let's go back to our location, and we're going to click down here on our Contact Us for more information. Look at the action type. Of course, we have survey already selected. We're going to click Configure to find our survey. There it is, and that's the title we're going to have in the window frame. Let's submit that. And we're going to click Save and Preview. Let's take a look. And there it is. All the fields are added in there, and that's all there is to it.